In 1982, at the edge of San Narciso, Quezon, stood an aging ancestral house with Capiz windows and dark Nara floors. It had survived storms, wars, and generations of whispered secrets. Behind it grew an old mango tree, and beneath that tree, the earth was not at rest. Eduardo Villarreal had lived in that house his entire life, and on the night his wife was buried, the house began to listen. Eduardo and Lucinda Villarreal were married for 52 years. Their love was quiet and enduring. When Lucinda fell into a coma, Eduardo never left her side. He held her hand long after nurses said she could no longer feel it. When the doctor declared her gone, Eduardo whispered, "No, she's just waiting." But the body grew cold, and the burial was arranged. The family suggested a cemetery. Eduardo refused. "She doesn't like crowded places," he said. So the coffin was lowered into the backyard, beneath the wide branches of the mango tree. Afternoon clouds gathered overhead. The leaves shifted in the wind. Eduardo watched as the soil covered her. At exactly 3:17 in the morning, Eduardo screamed. His children rushed to his bedroom. He was sitting upright, shaking. "She can't breathe," he whispered. They told him it was grief. But in the silence that followed, there it was, a faint scraping sound from outside. The next night, the sound returned, not from the walls, not from the roof, from the ground. A slow, dragging scrape, then a pause, then another. Even the housemaids heard it. Eduardo pressed his ear to the wooden floor. "She's calling me," he said. By the fourth night, Eduardo had stopped sleeping, stopped eating. At dawn, they found him outside, kneeling in the damp soil beneath the mango tree, digging with his bare hands. She was still warm, he kept repeating. The family finally agreed they would exhume the coffin. Rain fell the afternoon they began digging. The soil was heavy. When the coffin was lifted from the earth, silence filled the yard. Eduardo stepped closer. The lid was opened, and everything changed. Lucinda was no longer lying peacefully. Her body had shifted. Her hands were raised toward the lid. The inside of the coffin showed deep marks across the wood. Eduardo stared without blinking. "She was awake," he whispered. No one answered. After that day, Eduardo changed. He would sit beneath the mango tree every night, sometimes whispering, sometimes laughing softly. The servants said they still heard digging long after he grew too weak to stand. 2 years later, Eduardo died in his sleep, smiling. He was buried beside her. The house still stands, empty, abandoned, and during the rainy season, when the soil softens beneath the mango tree, neighbors say the earth shifts, just slightly, as if something below is turning or trying again, and sometimes, at exactly 3:17 a.m., there is scratching.